Okay, so welcome to my review of the Central Console by Radrunner bikes. This came today and I fitted it, and it needed a little modification. I'll show you that shortly, but only just 2 holes to be bored in it, inside the plastic. And it fitted perfectly on this T1. This is the Fiido T1, which I got a couple of weeks ago. And as you can see, it's probably, I would say, better looking than in the Radrunner. In fact, it fits perfectly, really. And yeah, it certainly does look well. A bit pretentious, I think, as a top cover. You know, I'm not sure. Maybe I'd have made a different shape of it or something like this here. A bit narrower here at the top, but it is useful to be able to use this central piece. It's for luggage storage, yeah. And just coming around here, what it looks like in the different aspects and areas, yeah, that's it. So yes, it does look well. I think it does, yeah. Aesthetically, it's pretty nice. Overall, yeah, I like it. Okay, so let's talk about the top piece. The disappointment here, and I knew before I bought it, it's not cheap, by the way. It was €99 plus delivery, and it came pretty quick in about 10 days. It's not really the best in design. It looks a bit pretentious maybe, but nonetheless, the problems I have are these holes here. First of all, the mobile phone does actually fit on that perfectly. Okay, and there is the cell phone actually fitted to it. So it is good, it's stable, it would stay there and everything. I'm not so sure I'd use it here in this position really, because if I want to go along, say I want to read Google Maps or whatever, I really want the phone to be up here, maybe in this position. So really, nah, I don't know, I could have done without the phone slot. I don't need it. It's surplus to requirements really. As for the drinks port here, well, let's try it for a second. First of all, we got this bottle. It only goes about yeah, about an inch into it, less, half an inch. That's it. So that's not going to run. Obviously you get a smaller bottle in there, or a small little coffee cup. What about a mug like this, with tapered off towards the end? Perfect, actually, right? Perfect. And there's an even better one here. My classic mug that I must have about 20 years now. Same story. It fits perfect. Okay. So that would be good. And I am the type of person who will fill up a big coffee in the morning, in a cold winter's morning, and maybe I'm heading off somewhere, commuting or whatever it is. I'm the type who would sit there and have it in traffic and sip it over an hour. So it's kind of good for that in a way. Now here's a big problem. With this box in here, obviously you lose the step-through function. And that's no problem for me. I just put my leg over the saddle here and get on the bike in the normal way. But when I stop at traffic lights, because of this high position of the saddle, I'm 5'10", I've always done it all my life, I normally step down to put my left foot here on the ground, and my right foot will typically sit on the pedal as I'm waiting at traffic lights, for example. And that's no problem actually with this box. It's still about 2 inches below me when I do that. So the box is no intrusion at all. It's fine for that. It's not an obstacle. With a cup like here, with this, then this will interfere with it. So I can't actually use this space, in fact, with a cup this size. I wouldn't be able to use it in traffic. So it's a bit of a disaster. Really what they should have done is put this hole here in this position at the front. If they had mounted the coffee cup hole here, then there'd be no problems. It'd be perfectly usable in the real world if you wanted to take a note. So that's what I would do. I would recommend that Radrunner redesign this top and maybe sell it as an extra, let's call it a B-type top that you could order. This whole box was expensive. It was €99, but you know, for the right type of top, I'd probably be persuaded to pay maybe €30 for an actual top. for a different type of top, like that with the right design of it. And secondly, what they could have done there also is, like I say, put the cup holder up here. Also, make the diameter of the cup holder, instead of tapering off to be narrow, make it the same width. Make it this width all the way down. That way, it will enable you to fit lots of different types of vessels into it. They could also, apart from moving the cup holder forward, I would say eliminate the phone holder. It's not much value really. But from here backward, you could put a cap, a clamshell that just opens up maybe on 2 hinges here and here, and it flips open, and just have simply a flat area here where you can toss your mobile phone or maybe your house keys into or something like that, and close it over then. So the same as a console between the seats of your car that you would have it, that kind of arrangement, and that would actually make it much more useful. So one thing I should mention also is some people are concerned about the knee space or the leg space when you're actually pedaling. So when you're pedaling there, you've got this thing here, it comes out quite a bit. I'd probably have made it 1 inch narrower if I was designing it. It would still be quite useful. It doesn't need to be that wide here. At the same time, I have fairly high pedal extension. Being 5'10", I have the saddle up quite high. I find that it doesn't bother me at all. It's fine really. It just about gets away and it doesn't really interfere with pedaling, you know. But some people, if you're on a very low saddle, you might find somehow that your legs hit off it more. I don't really know. I can't speak to everybody. It might be a problem for some people, but I guess it isn't for me, that's all. So let's open it and see. So you open it here by these rubber clips, 3 of them. There's nothing wrong with it, I guess. They're probably easy to repair anyway if they ever went wrong. One advantage about these 2 cup holders, these 2 holder slots, is that it actually serves as a handle like that, and that's it underneath. And the other thing that you have to remember is that obviously this is waterproof, so if your bike is locked out in the rain and it's sitting there for hours, this is going to fill up. These slots are going to fill up with water, so you want to be careful of that. Anyway, I can conveniently pop it there on the saddle when I'm doing something. So as you can see, I've put locks. I intended to get this originally for exactly as you see it, to be able to throw locks and cables. Previously I was carrying these locks in this bag here, and they're a considerable weight, and of course last week this bag fell off twice. So I really prefer this area here to actually use for just exactly as you see it. I've got locks and cables and junk and things like that I can fit in. So it's serving the purpose very well. It's not that huge inside. It's deceivingly small when you actually get the box. But it's fine really, because before that you had this Fiido T1 bike and you had this space here, and it was just a big gap there and it was missing something. So I suppose it kind of rounds it off. Incidentally, you could also use this box, just open storage like that, you know, and some people probably keep their pets in them or something like that when they're traveling, what have you. So I think that Radrunner should consider redesigning this and making another version of it. And similarly with Fiido. Fiido could also use this as well, take the design from Radrunner basically, and I think redesign the top, improve the top layout, and they could sell it also, yeah. Now incidentally, fitting this, there are 2 holes at the bottom and 2 holes up here. There they are, and really there's no trouble to fit them. Junk, and here we see it, and get my little light, might help matters. So there we see it, and I had to drill these 2 holes here and here, this one and this one, because they're below the official holes, because the slots, the screw mounts, were in a different part of the frame of the bike. These 2 bottom holes were fine. There were no problem there at all. They just went straight onto it. Okay, so really the fit is very, very good. There's also some drain holes at the bottom here as well on each side. And it's just like it is in the Radrunner, and may even be better in fact. So overall, I've got mixed feelings on it. It's nice, I do like the concept, it makes a lot of sense. It's a bit expensive and the top needs to be redesigned, so I would try and encourage Radrunner to, above all, get this out of here and put it up here. And make it wider, make it a slightly different profile. Do away with this hole here, I wouldn't bother with it. And apart from that, I think it looks okay, it's pretty good, yeah. And but it's too expensive, to be honest. But anyway, now that I have it, I might as well make use of it. Okay, thanks a lot.